Oh, fantastic. Okay, my name's Danny. I'm a teacher, and one of my students, young people, she asked me a question this week, and I said, it was such a good question. I thought, I'm going to go straight to the horse's mouth. And basically, we've been learning a bit about food and restaurants, and she said she couldn't understand how a person or a group of people could profit from tempting other human beings, especially children, into eating unhealthy food. She'd been to McDonald's, she'd seen things like Happy Meals, and she'd heard of Ronald McDonald and all these kind of things that are obviously aimed at children, and she couldn't understand how a company could do that.
Right.
So I said to her that I'd get back to her this week with some kind of answer, and that I'd contact the press office and McDonald's and see what they had to say about that.
Okay. Yeah, do you want me to respond on email, just so you've got a few points so you can...
No, you can just do it verbally, it's fine.
Okay, yeah, well, obviously we are a business, so we do exist to create profit and run a profitable business.
Right.
But in terms of...
That's your primary purpose, right? It's to make a profit, right?
I wouldn't say it's to make a profit. To run a responsible business is our primary priority.
Right. But aren't you obliged to make a profit simply from being a corporation? Isn't that you're obliged to, to perform for your shareholders, aren't you?
We are a business, so our aim is to make profit.
Yeah.
Amongst other things.
Right.
It's not our primary. I wouldn't say we would use it as our primary.
Okay.
And in terms of kind of profiting, remind me of the wording.
Well, profiting from the temptation and feeding unhealthy food, particularly to children, is what really disturbed her.
Okay, I think it's probably that issue of kind of the, let me think about my wording, kind of the exchange of approach to McDonald's. I mean, obviously we're one of many food outlets on the British high streets.
Yes.
And we exist to add choice to the high streets, and we are available for customers to come and visit us.
Right.
We offer choice on our menu.
Yeah.
As well as a lot of kind of nutrition information, which I think we, as a business, as a food retailer, we were the leader in the field to start informing our customers and members of the public about the nutrition content of our food. So it's on our website, it's on our tray liners, it's on the menu boards as of last year.
Right.
So there are opportunities, there's every opportunity for customers to choose their food from McDonald's.
Right.
And to know the foods that they're consuming.
Right.
I mean, our average customer comes to visit us maybe 2 to 3 times a month.
Right.
And I think that's the crux of the debate around our marketing and the claims of us helping fuel obesity levels, is that it's centred around consumer choice, and we are just an option for customers to come and visit us.
Right. That hasn't really answered the question, with all due respect. I mean, I hear what you're saying. It sounds like what you're saying is that you've taken measure to inform customers, but the question itself was how could it be that one human being or a group of human beings could get together and actively promote unhealthy food to children? That's the question, isn't it?
I think the crux of that is probably the claim that it's unhealthy food as well. We don't anywhere claim for our food to be healthy or unhealthy, and I don't believe it is unhealthy.
Right. So you don't think things like Coca-Cola, McFlurries, chips.
None of those are on.
You don't think you wouldn't call them. You wouldn't. You think that those are neither. What you're saying, they're not healthy, or they're neither healthy nor unhealthy. Is that right?
We don't claim for them to be healthy. I think everybody is aware that McDonald's is a restaurant that exists as a treat for families and children.
Right.
And based on the frequency with which people visit us,
right.
That's what it exists as. But
right.
I think.
So you think as a treat,
would you menu items as unhealthy is inaccurate?
Right. Well, I mean, just as a personally, do you see it as a treat for your children? Do you have children, and would you actually give? Do you think are you sure that it is actually a treat for children?
Yes, I don't have children, but I know that our customers have told us that it is a treat for their children.
Right.
And they come, and the experience in our restaurant is geared around making it an experience and a treat for children and families and visitors with our Happy Meals.
Right.
And with the choice on our menu.
Right. Just one last thing. When you claim that your meals you call them Happy Meals. How long does the happiness last for? Do you think?
Well, I don't think you can. I don't think it would be silly to try and put a measurement on that.
Right.
But it's clear, and we're proud of the work we've done over the last few years to really develop the Happy Meal experience, as you've probably seen this week. You may not have. We've launched our books promotion with Happy Meals.
Right.
We'll be giving away books and Happy Meals for the next 5 weeks.
Right.
And the design of the Happy Meal box and all the elements that go along with it are designed to take the Happy Meal experience home with the children and let them enjoy different elements of it when they get home. It's not just a box with food that comes in it. I mean, there's quizzes, there's kind of engagement tools on there, there's things for activity and fun between the family. Right.
Got it. Okay. Just one last thing about that Happy Meal. One of the other students asked me about this very thing. I've just remembered about the idea that the suggestion that eating certain foods makes you happy it seems a little bit close to the bone in terms of it sounds like the food that you're giving people is or almost falls into the category of drugs, because drugs are defined as substances that change the central nervous system and can change the way the mind works and change your mood. Are you claiming that your food changes people's moods?
No, I don't think so. That's never a kind of a criticism or an accusation that's been levelled, and I think it's quite a tenuous interpretation of the Happy Meal title.
Oh, I see. So what's the Happy Meal mean then? If it doesn't mean that, what does it mean?
It's about the experience of kids enjoying some food with some activity and a treat as a visit to our restaurant.
Right. Okay, great. Thank you very much. Bye.